So good morning all. P does not equal to 0, Q does not equal to 0, and the roots of x square plus px plus q is equal to 0 are P and Q, then P comma Q. So now the sum of the roots P plus Q is equal to minus B by A. Here B is equal to P. Right? B is equal to P, A is equal to 1, minus B by A. So P plus Q is equal to minus P. Product of the roots PQ is equal to constant term by coefficient of x square, that is Q. So now as Q does not equal to 0, P is equal to Q by Q, that equals to 1, since Q does not equal to 0. Substitute this P is equal to 1 in equation 1. So now we have 1 plus Q is equal to minus 1. Q equals to minus 1 plus 1, minus 1, that is minus 2. So therefore P comma Q is equal to 1 comma minus 2. So that means first option is the right option. Okay, let us move to the next 11th question now. So question number 11. If the sum of the squares of the roots of x square plus px minus 3 equals to 0 is 10, then P equals to, first answer plus or minus 2, second is plus or minus 3, third one is 5, fourth one is negative 5, is negative 5. Is negative 5. Okay, let us solve this question now. The sum of the squares of the roots of x square plus px minus 3 is equal to 0 is 10. Then P value we need to find out. Right? Sum of the squares of the roots of x square plus px minus 3 is equal to 0 is 10. Then P value we need to find out. So that means now here you see, for example, x square plus px minus 3 is equal to 0 has two roots, alpha and beta. So we can find out alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is equal to negative p. Alpha beta is equal to minus 3. Directly I am writing. So what is given? Sum of the squares of the roots is given. Right. So that means here given that alpha square plus beta square equals to 10. This alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta equals to 10. See, according to the problem, alpha plus beta is replaced by minus p, alpha beta is minus 3. So let us substitute now. So this is minus p whole square minus 2 times minus 3 equals to 10. So now this implies we have p square plus 6 equals to 10. Now p square equals to 10 minus 6 is 4. So p is equal to root over 4, that is plus or minus 2. This is the answer. Right. Absolutely correct. First option is the right option. First option is the right option. Twelfth question. If 8, 2 are the roots of 8, 2 are the roots of x square plus ax plus beta equals to 0, and 3, 3 are the roots of x square plus alpha x plus b equals to 0. Then the roots of the equation, x square plus ax plus b equals to 0 are first option 1, minus 1, second option minus 9, 2, third option is minus 8, minus 2, fourth option is 9, 1. Right. So 8, 2 are the roots of x square plus ax plus b, beta is equal to 0. 3, 3 are the roots of x square plus alpha x plus b is equal to 0. Then the roots of x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0. To find out the roots of x square plus ax plus b is equal to 0, we need a value and b value. A value is from first equation, we can find out a value. Here a value can be evaluated here, a value.
Sir, can you show problem number 11, sir, today?
Next, b value can be evaluated
Sir.
from the second equation. So let me complete this question. After that, I shall move to the 11th question. Right.
Sir, plus 9, 1.
Yes, okay. It might be. It will be completed now. Explanation should be completed. So now, a is nothing but negative sum of the roots of the first equation. That means a is equal to negative of 8 plus 2. Obviously minus 10. Here b is the product of the roots of second equation. That is 3 into 3, 9. Now this equation becomes x square minus 10x plus 9 equals to 0. You can check options. Sum of the roots must be 10, product must be 9. See, here 1 plus minus 1 is 0, so this is eliminated. This is 7 eliminated. This is actually minus 10. We need plus 10. 9 plus, here see, 9 plus 1 is equal to 10 and 9 into 1 is equal to 9. So here see, sum of the roots is 10, the product of the roots is 9. So fourth option is the right option. Or we can solve this one like this. X square minus 9x minus x plus 9 is equal to 0. X common, we have x minus 9 minus 1 common, x minus 9 is equal to 0. So this we can write x minus 9 into x minus 1 equals to 0. So therefore we get x is equal to 1 or 9. That's why fourth option is the right option. Now 13th one, k greater than 0 and the product of the roots of the equation x square minus 3kx plus 2e power log k minus 1 is equal to 0 is 7. Then sum of the roots. Sum of the roots. First option 12, second option is 4, third option 3, fourth option is negative 12. Here product of the roots of this equation is given, that is 7. We need to find out sum of the roots of the given equation. So for example, here see the product of the roots means constant term. This is the constant term by coefficient of x square. That means 2 times e to the power of log k minus 1 is equal to 7 given. Okay, now we have one important concept. E to the power of log something, any function is there. That is f of x. That means e to the power of log k, accordingly we get k. So that implies this is nothing but 2k minus 1 is equal to 7. 2k is equal to 8. Now k equals to 4. But we need here sum of the roots. Sum is equal to minus coefficient of x, minus of minus plus 3k. 3k upon 1, 3k itself only. So 3 multiplied by 4, we get answer 12. Right. First option is the right option. Yes, Arjun Krishna. Option 2 is incorrect. Arjun Krishna, Sai Manikanta. Yes, your answer is correct.
Sir, one show previous page. Okay, sir.
If x plus 1 is a factor of x to the power of 4 plus p minus 3 times x cube minus of 3p minus 5 x square plus 2p minus 3 of x and plus constant 6, then the value of p, then the value of p, then the value of p. First option -4, second option 0, third option is 4, fourth option is 2. See, if x plus 1 is a factor of this polynomial, then the value of p we need to find out. Suppose let f of x equal to x to the power of 4 plus p minus 3 x cube minus of 3p minus 5 of x square plus 2p minus 3 of x plus 6. Since x plus 1 is a factor of f of x, using factor theorem, we can write f of minus 1 is equal to 0. F of minus 1 equal to 0. Put x is equal to minus 1 and equate it to being equated to 0 so that we get the p value. So minus 1 to the power of 4 is 1. So minus 1 cube is minus, but minus into p minus 3, minus p plus 3. Here minus 1 square is plus 1, but minus 3p plus 5. So minus 1 into 2p minus 2p and plus 3 and plus 6 must be equal to 0. Just simplify, that's all. You will get the answer. So that implies 6 plus 3, 9, 14, 17, 18, minus p minus 3p minus 4p minus 6p equal to 0. So that implies we have 6p is equal to 18. Obviously, p is 3. So 3 is not there. Let us check here. Yes, I did mistake here. This should be minus 5. This should be minus 5. Right. This is minus 3p and plus 5. Okay. This is minus 2p and plus 3, 6. 6 plus 3, 9, 14, 14, 17, 18. Right. Minus 2p minus 5p minus 6p equal to 0. Yes, we are getting p is equal to 3 itself only. Right. Let us change one of the options. Fourth option 3. Right. 15th question. So this is very important problem. if sine theta comma cos theta are the roots of 6x square minus px plus 1 equals to 0, then p square equals to
Sir, show
first option 40, second option 48, third option is 36, fourth option is 24. So first all of you read the question and note down the question, then I will switch over to the 14th problem.
Sir, show previous page, sir. Okay, sir.
See, instead of alpha, beta, sine theta, cos theta given are the roots of this quadratic equation. So we can have sine theta plus cos theta equals to p upon 6, say equation 1. Sine theta into cos theta, that is 1 upon 6, say 2. So now here consider sine theta plus cos theta equals to p upon 6, squaring on both sides. So what do you get? Sine square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sine theta cos theta equals to p square upon 36. See, sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Sine theta into cos theta is 1 upon 6 plus 2 times 1 upon 6 equal to p square upon 36. Multiply 36 on both sides. You get like this, 36 plus 36 into 2 by 6. This will be 12 equal to p square. Obviously, p square equals to 36 plus 12 is 48. This is the answer. Second option. Yes, in the 14th question, 6 has the factors, means that is the, it should have the 4 factors that you need to check. So next 16th problem. Which of the following statements are correct? Statements are correct. Which of the following statements are correct? The first statement, if a plus b plus c equals to 0, then 1 is a
Sir, show previous page, sir.
root of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is statement 1. So let me complete this one. Second, if sin alpha comma cos alpha are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, a does not equal to 0, then b square minus a square equals to 2ac. First option only one, second option only second statement, third both 1 and 2, fourth neither 1 nor 2, neither 1 nor 2.
Okay, sir.
Right. So the first statement is correct only. If a plus b plus c is equal to 0, 1 is the root of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If 1 is the root, just substitute, you will be getting a plus b plus c is equal to 0. This statement is correct. Second statement we need to verify. If sin alpha cos alpha are the roots of this one, sin plus cos is equal to minus b by a, sin into cos is equal to c by a. We need to eliminate alpha. If you get b square minus a square is equal to ac, then second option will be correct. Then we can say that both first and second are statements are correct. Otherwise, only one we can say. So we need to check now. We need to check. First one is correct only. Now, for second statement, we have sin plus cos equals to minus b upon a. Sin into cos is equal to c upon a. Squaring on both sides. Sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2 sin theta cos theta is equal to b square upon a square. Sin square theta plus cos square theta 1. Sin theta cos theta is c by a. 2c by a equals to b square upon a square. Multiply with a square on both sides. You get a square plus 2ac equals to b square. That implies we have b square minus a square equals to 2ac. Go back. Yes, b square minus a square is equal to ac. This is also correct. So that means both 1 and 2 are correct. That means third option is the right option. Yes. Option 3. Both 1 and 2 are correct. Seventeenth
Sir,
question.
one more question, sir. Before page, sir. Okay, sir.
If alpha, beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then the equation
Sir, show previous page.
In the equation whose roots are alpha plus beta, comma alpha beta is right. First option, a square x square plus a times of b minus cx plus bc equals to 0. Second option, a square x square plus a times of b minus cx negative bc equals to 0. Third option, a square x square plus b plus c of x plus bc equals to 0. Fourth option, a square x square minus of b plus c of x plus bc equals to 0. So that means we need to find out a quadratic equation whose roots are alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Already alpha comma beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So that means we can have, since alpha comma beta are the roots of this one, we can write alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. It's a formula. Alpha beta equals to c upon a. Now sum of the new equation we need to find out. Sum of the roots, say yes, that is equal to alpha plus alpha beta. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. Alpha beta is c upon a. That will be c minus b upon a. So sum of the roots has been obtained. Let us find out the product of the root, that is alpha plus beta multiplied by alpha beta. That is minus b upon a into c upon a. That will be minus bc upon a square. Now required equation. Required equation is
Sir, one show previous page.
x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0. So that is equal to x square minus of this one, minus of c minus b. That we can write plus b minus c upon a into x plus, yes, p, product of the roots is equal to minus bc upon a square equals to 0. So multiply with a square on both sides. Then what do you get now here? A square x square plus a times b minus cx. So minus bc equals to 0. So what is the answer? What is your answer? Anybody?
Option 2.
Option B.
Option 2. Absolutely correct. So now the 16th question. You check it now. This is correct statement only. First one, they are independent. Both actually, the second is not dependent of one. Both are independent statements. That's why don't discuss those. Think more about this to this question. First is correct only. So second one is separately the sin alpha cos alpha the roots. By eliminating we get b square minus a square is equal to ac. So both are correct only. I proved in the second. You see now b square minus a square is equal to ac. If sin and cos are the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, this is the condition.
Okay, sir.
This is 17th question.
Okay, sir.
Right. 18th one. Let alpha comma beta be the roots of equation x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. Then the equation whose roots are alpha to the power of 19 comma beta to the power of 7 is first option x square minus x plus 1 equals to 0. Second option is x square minus x minus 1 equals to 0. Third option x square plus x minus 1 equals to 0. Fourth option x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0. See, if alpha comma beta are the roots of the equation x square plus x plus 1 equals to 0, then the equation whose roots are alpha to the power of 19 and beta to the power of 7 we need to find out. That means here alpha plus beta is equal to minus 1, alpha beta is equal to 1. That means sum of the roots equals to -1 and product of the roots is equal to 1. But we need to find out alpha plus beta is equal to -1. You get like this, alpha plus beta is equal to -1. Alpha beta is equal to 1. Then we need to find out a quadratic equation whose roots are alpha to the power of 19 and beta to the power of 7. Any idea? So we can solve this one using alpha plus beta is equal to -1, alpha beta is equal to 1. But instead of that, first find out the roots of x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0 using quadratic formula. Because obviously it has non-real roots, imaginary roots. It has imaginary roots. So that means first complex roots you will be getting. They are nothing but omega and